Alright. Alright. So, this is a video I'm just making because I really want to talk about this. Whatever is going on in the background doesn't matter. I just really want to talk about this stuff that is happening in Season 4 that I really wish that Blizzard would change. So I want to do a video talking about it and my opinions on it and where I'm coming from and my thoughts. So, the Slime Cat was revealed. For the longest time, it was shown the achievement saying any difficulty. Any difficulty on the PTR. It was on the PTR. You could see the achievement said any difficulty. The data said any difficulty. Today, the post now shows, even it shows, if you look it up on Wowhead, it still shows any difficulty. Now, in a post, it said only on normal, that the mount would be obtainable, which means you would have to do... I want everyone to know what's involved with this achievement. Every single boss in all of the raids on the Fated difficulty, okay, all of the bosses, not just one boss at the end, all of the bosses, for a time-sensitive Slime Cat mount. You can see it on the post. It looks really cool. But for a long time, we thought it was any difficulty. Today, all of a sudden, earlier today, we now find out, confirmed, that it's only on normal difficulty. And it's kind of ruined what I was hoping to do with Season 4. Not all of it, but some of it. I really wanted to do LFR with Crumble whenever she wanted, because it was all her time. You know, she doesn't play WoW that much, so it'd be her time. Just do LFR whenever, you know, and I'd be running LFR and alts, because I wanted to get the transmog, right? I do normal anyways. I can pug it. I can even pug heroic. You know, the current ahead of the curve mount I don't have yet, but we know that that is staying on heroic jailer that you can get. But this Slime Cat is going away and only obtainable on normal. But the ahead of the curve jailer mount is still obtainable. I'm going to be able to do heroic with my guild still and get them all the mount. You know, so I've never been concerned with these mounts because I know how to enter the pug lifestyle and get through it. But there's a lot, and this is what I want to talk about, there's a lot of players that just play the game and do like casual stuff, you know. There's a lot of people that don't even do LFR, alright? There's a community of players that do LFR when it had gear that mattered. This season, like Sepulcher, it doesn't matter that much because Cypher gear can top it, but you still want to do LFR for tier. But super casuals will just do Sandworn, so that's been cool for them. But now in the new season, Cypher gear isn't going up. Legendaries are staying the same. So what are and conduits and all that stuff is staying the same, which is good. Or the legendary thing is a different story. But Cypher gear not upgrading. But this gear isn't going up. So what is a casual person going to come back to Season 4 with? There was this LFR incentive to maybe get people who wouldn't normally do LFR to do LFR. Because my stepdad, who plays WoW, he does casual stuff. He would have, for the first time in a long time, done LFR and actually seen the raids, seen the story of Shadowlands. This is supposed to be Season 4 of Shadowlands, where we celebrate Shadowlands. This is Shadowlands. I've been playing Shadowlands the whole time. I want him, he's been playing. I want him to see the raids. This would have got him to see the raids. But just gear doesn't get him to get... Gear is always replaceable. Gear's always been replaceable. It's rewards like this that get people to do stuff. And I'll talk about the complaints about it, but I want to talk about what this means for a large group of players. There's a large group of players that do not see the raids of an expansion. My stepdad has not seen the BFA raids. He doesn't know what's up with N'Zoth. He doesn't know any of that shit. Because he hasn't seen it. He doesn't know all the stuff that happened in Legion. He didn't see that stuff. Alright? Because LFR hasn't had an incentive, because gear is replaceable. Alright? I mean, he did a dungeon. I got him to do Mechagon for the Mechanomes. But there's a lot of people that don't want to get into group scenarios, even queued group scenarios. But they will for some rewards. But to ask LFR people to jump into normal, or to even the more casual base to jump into normal, I think is a huge jump. Because now you're putting these people into social spaces where they can get kicked out, not know a thing. You're talking about add-ons that people don't have. You're talking about experience that people want. Because here's the thing, there's a difference. When you're a group leader, right, you want the best players. So you will nitpick who you bring. That's your incentive. Whereas if you're a new player, you're concerned, and I know he is, and he's mentioned it, you're concerned about letting your group down. There's tons of people that are like, I'm not going to queue because I don't know the stuff, and I don't want to bring other people down. So this community of casuals that don't do normal, and probably most of them don't even do LFR, won't be incentivized to do this because the choice they're making is, oh, I'd rather not bring other people down, so I will elect not to get this thing. Alright, so they're thinking about other members of the community, whereas, we'll get into it in the complaints, some people that are against LFR don't care about that part of the community at all. So it shows their lack of care for them. And that's why I'm saying, I think, especially because of how long this mount has been up in the air, and us thinking that it could be LFR, that Blizzard should make this mount obtainable in LFR so we can have this large influx of more casual people get out and see, okay, this is what it's about, seeing all of Shadowlands and all of Shadowlands. I want my stepdad to go into and see the Sylvanas fight. He's not wanted to do that because, one, LFR gear, why do that? And two, you know, he likes Sylvanas. But here, you know, Slime Cat, it's going away. Got 4 months or so, 5 months. Alright, I'll go in LFR and do this. You know? But now you're expecting him to maybe find a community that could help him. These people are already not that sociable. The only way you get these people, that a large group of your game players, there's players that level tunes. You have a world of players playing. You want to have a diverse group of players. He's one of the people crafting, leveling up tunes, you know, putting some up herbs and stuff up for the auction. He's a valid player. And for the longest time, people have shit on LFR, and these people just keep on going. They keep on playing. They let it go in stride. They deserve a mount like this, and they were going to get one, and now it feels like it's been swiped out from under them. Because of, maybe it's community misunderstanding, maybe it's a lack of a reply to people thinking that we could get it in LFR. You know? But that's my plea. I do want to go over some of the complaints. I've taken screenshots, so I just want to go over some of these. I'm not going to, like, blast them, because I don't want to put these people out there. But I see stuff like this here. One of the biggest thing is, here, this person, in one sentence, okay, so in one thread, this person went from saying, LFR is actually harder than normal, so just pug normal, and then later said, oh, people should have to put in effort. Okay, so then if LFR you think is harder, those people should get them out, and normal people shouldn't get them out, because it's harder to you, right? Because that's what difficulty is. I could look at Mythic raids and be like, oh, that's easy. Oh, that's easy for me. But people, here's the thing with people. People always like to set the bar at where they're at, right? Oh, I do normal. Okay, it's fine as a normal reward. Oh, I do heroic. That's where it should be. Oh, I do mythic. Keep the mount right there. I'm mythic. That's how people are. Like, the main thing to me is the announcement, but I think more people should be rewarded. LFR literally gets nothing. Casuals get nothing this season other than the LFR item level bump, so they can get gear if they want for Dragonflight, and then that mount. And you also incentivize people to do LFR casuals. You know, maybe they do it for the mount, then they're like, you know what, I got these dinars, I want to get these 3 normal modes. So they do LFR for the next couple of weeks too. And they're getting normal mode loot, going into Dragonflight on their alts, their mains. Why not allow people to do that? I don't see any reason that hurts anyone to allow everyone to get this Jellycat mount. People talk about prestige in mounts. Oh, there's hundreds of other mounts that you can get. Yeah, I got hundreds of other mounts. So why not let another one be one of those hundreds of mounts that everyone can get, especially since this is time limited. There's a lot of people complaining about some of the complaints about this. Oh, I'll just get it later. Not realizing that the mount goes away. That is also one of the biggest concerns. But I'd rather it be available on LFR. Otherwise, don't remove the mount. I think the Slime Cat is very unique. It was one of the... I think it was the 2nd highest voted mount out of the tree. The tree you just get, the book, as you see I have, is a very difficult mount to get that involves solo play. It involves your individual. You don't have to get out into the community and hope you get invited or have that fear that you're not doing enough. You know, you can do it yourself. You know, the book was up there. That was a voted mount too. But it's still in the game. This cat is going away. I think it should be in LFR, like people thought, and just have a fun, nice Season 4. One of the last complaints... hold on. I took a picture. Hold on. Yeah, see here, this proves it. This person was like, of course the wording is clear. The trouble is giving that reward and feat of strength for ALFR, the blah blah blah, that's Blizzard stuff. Regardless of the result, I will get it, is how they ended this. Showing the fact that people only care that they can get it. That's the only amount of care they have. I can get it, but I want more people to get it. So, this is my plea. This is my plea to make this mount be LFR. And I'm making this video to be a voice for a lot of casual players. You know, hopefully they're loud too and talk about this. Here's one last comment. This is gonna be it. I'm at 12 minutes. This video's long enough. Here's this person. People mad about this. Come on, this is the same as if I complained about Mythic Raid Drop and Special Mount from last boss, but for Heroic and Normal. You don't get to be handed everything just because you don't like doing a social thing on an MMO. LFR is social! LFR is a social thing where you are protected. You are not judged. Well, you're judged, but you can ignore those people. In a group, you can be kicked out. The leader can just not like you. You can just be in an alliance and they don't want to invite you. That is literally an option in the game. I think this should be available to more people. And as the commenter said, they talked about mythic mounts. Mythic mounts don't go away. The only mount that goes away are head of the curve mounts. And you're keeping that one in for this season on Heroic Jailer. So the people comparing it to a head of the curve mount, I don't see it. I think this should be a good mount to get people back for Season 4 to see all of Shadowlands. I love Nathria. I want people to go into LFR Nathria that wouldn't have gone into LFR Nathria. The people that wouldn't go into LFR are definitely not going into normal. There's a lot of the player base that don't do LFR and normal. I looked up the statistic. The friendship move is 25% of the playership have the friendship moves, but that's on data for Azeroth, so that's skewed to mount collectors. Alright, and that's not counting a lot of older accounts. I really think that the Slime Cast should be more open to anybody who wants to play and experience Shadowlands. So, please, just make it obtainable on LFR for more people. I mean, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get Crumble into normal, because I want to get her the mount. I told her I would, and I'll have to do normal, but that's whatever for me. It's not a big deal for me. But there's a lot of people where it is, and I think this would have been a nice reward for the casual base to get them into LFR even for this final season of Shadowlands. An expansion that's, you know, conflicting, but I had a good time. There's some good stuff in it. The raids were pretty good, and that's it. That's my rant. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.